Hello, my dear beloved students of Southern School and College. I am Mohammad Nahul Hussain, your Bangladesh and Global Studies teacher. Today we discuss about the chapter Bangladesh and Global Studies subject, chapter 14, Social Change of Bangladesh. Bangladesher সামাজিক পরিবর্তন, Social Change of Bangladesh. So, first of all comes the definition. What is social change? So, social change means সামাজিক পরিবর্তন. According to social scientist Kingsley Davis, social change is the change in the functions and structure of the society and also in the activities of the society. That means the change in the structure and activities of a society. Another social scientist MacIver has said that social change is the change in the relationships of the people residing in that particular society. So, to sum up, we can say that social change is the change in the overall activities, functions, relationships, and also in some structures of the society. So, we will further discuss in details that what is social change. So, first of all, social change means change in social structure and change in social activities. So, সমাজের গঠনের এবং সমাজের কার্যাবলীর পরিবর্তন হচ্ছে একটি বিশেষ সমাজের পরিবর্তন। So, what are the changes in the social structure? এই সমাজটি যে পরিবর্তন হচ্ছে, সমাজ পরিবর্তনশীল, মানুষ পরিবর্তনশীল, সময় পরিবর্তনশীল। তো সময়ের সাথে সাথে পৃথিবীর আদিকাল থেকে from the prehistoric age to the modern age, we are changing, people are changing, our culture are changing, and as a result, our society is also changing. So, the society is changing in two aspects, in two types, that is, in the structure and the activities. So, our social structure is again changing in two aspects. That some structure are called fundamental structures. কিছু প্রাথমিক অবকাঠামো আছে আমাদের সমাজে, যেগুলো চেঞ্জ হলে সমাজ পরিবর্তন হতে বাধ্য হয়, অর্থাৎ সমাজ চেঞ্জ হয়। And on these fundamental structures, first of all comes the production system. As you know, from the prehistoric age, after that the agrarian society, first of all it was the food and hunting society, then agrarian society. So from that man has learned how to produce. The production system means first of all agriculture, then another sectors of production such as industrialization also is included in production system. So, to understand production system, we have to understand that countries like Bangladesh, we are very much agricultural countries. So, agriculture is our main production system. So, our society also is oriented in this production system of agriculture. And also, fundamental structure includes the relationship between the persons or the communities of that society regarding or oriented this production system. Such as in a production system, if it is in agriculture based, then there are some other professions oriented during this agricultural system. So, the production system and relationship orienting this production system is called the fundamental structure of the society. Now comes the second aspect of social structure, that is called the superstructure. Except or besides these fundamental structures, there are some superstructures such as rules and regulations of the society. You know that wherever or wherever the rules and regulations are changed, the society also changes. So, the superstructure includes rules and regulations, also politics. Whenever there are changes in the political fields of any country, there are some mundane change, there are some obvious change in that social society. Also, culture affects the change of our society. Different cultures are mingled, cultures are mixed up, and also we are changed with this cultural change. So these are the social structural change. As we have said that change in social structure means the change in society. So fundamental structural change or superstructural change makes a society to change. Now, what are the impacts of this change on the society? There are some obvious impacts of cultural change, either it is fundamental change or it is superstructural change. There are some prominent changes that we found in the economy of the society, in the politics of the society, also in some social policies. Different societies of our world have different social policies. Also, our social change it affects our religious values and beliefs and system. Age-old system of life is also changed due to the change in society, social change. So, these are the impacts of social change on us. Finally, we'll discuss about the components or factors that change our society. So there are some factors that change our society, and due to the change in these components or factors, our society is radically and gradually changed. These factors there are 7 factors. Among them, the first factor is the natural factor. As from the very beginning of life, from the prehistoric age of time, nature are impacting on us, affecting us, our ways of life, our life standard, our living standard, it is impacting or affecting us. And that's why natural factor or components are the primary or basic components for changing a society. Such as natural factors mean especially natural calamities such as flood, drought, cyclone, tornado, tidal upsurge, nowadays river erosion. So these climatic changes or natural factors changes the society and obligatorily changes the society. Such as in our country, river erosion. River erosion is a very common phenomenon during the rainy seasons, especially the low-lying, the flood-affected areas. We see that the river banks are being destroyed by the strong currents of the rivers, and village after village, institutions after institutions are going into the river bed due to river erosion or বাংলায় নদী ভাঙন। So এই নদী ভাঙনের কারণে যেই লোকগুলো the people, the village or rural people that are losing their residence, their crop fields, their institutions, they are jobless, they are shelterless. So where do these people go? Where will they go? Certainly they switch their job, their living standard, their shelter, their living place. Ultimately it impacts the social change. So that's why natural factor is the primary cause of social change or component of social change. Second factor is called the organic factors. After the natural factors come the organic factors that change the society obligatorily, such as the birth and mortality rate. You know that in our like countries like ours or the developing countries or the least developed countries or the underdeveloped countries, there are some problems such as birth and mortality rate is high in these countries. As a result, their social structure is changed in these countries. Also, the organic factor includes density and natural population, such as in cities like Dhaka, Rajshahi, Rangpur, Chittagong, especially in the capital city of Bangladesh, Dhaka, there is highly density of population. So due to this high density of population, the life standard, the living standard, their lifestyle and other things of societal change are being affected. So density and natural population is also a factor. Also migration, there are some people who are migrated from one place to another, like I have mentioned earlier, that due to river erosion, due to cyclone in the coastal areas of our country, in the southern belt of our country, Khulna, Satkhira, Bagherhat, these districts people, the coastal peoples are changing their profession. They are coming to big cities for want of their accommodation and their earning or livings or livelihoods. As a result, they are migrating from one place to another, and ultimately this is changing our society. Also, our living standard is being changed, and all these factors are included are organic factors. Thirdly, the factor that is responsible for our social change, for the change of our society. Third factor is called cultural factors. You know, there are diversified people of different cultures. We are living together harmoniously in a society. So there are different people of different cultures. So different religious peoples, different ethnic group peoples are living with us in our society. So these cultural, there are several huge cultural organizations in our society which are diversificationally, or which are different ways affecting the change of our society. Also, they are changing the values, objectives, and ideologies, such as from the British regime after from the colonial age, when the British came to our Indian subcontinent, they affected our culture in a tremendous way. Such as we the people are very laggard in case of culture, so our tradition. So when the British came to rule, to colonize in our area, so we have learned different aspects of culture from them, and our ideology has also been changed from that period. So another factor or component of social change is our education, and it is a special component of social change because education tremendously changes the lifestyle, the tradition, the living, the livelihood of a society. Such as in the pre-liberation period, Bangladesh was East Pakistan, and then the people of Bangladesh was not so much educated, and that's why we are lagging behind the outer world, the developed world. But if we observe, if we consider the post-liberation period till now, we can understand that how tremendously our education has been advanced or developed. In both cases, as male education or female education, if we see the phenomena or scenario, we can understand that how tremendously Bangladesh is advancing, or the society of Bangladesh is advancing or developing as a result of only in the development of education. Schools, colleges, universities are established tremendously, and people's mindset regarding education, regarding female education is changing, and that's why more and more people are participating in education, they are taking education, and ultimately they are contributing to the social change of Bangladesh. Like this, education impacts or affects the social change. Also, technology must be included. Technology, such as we are doing this class now at this moment, a video class. It was not thinkable at least 10 to 15 years before or ago in our country, because our country people was not acquainted with such type of sophisticated technology. So, as technology changes, as technology advances, our society must advance and develops. আমরা যত প্রযুক্তিগত উন্নয়নের দিকে, উৎকর্ষের দিকে এগিয়ে যাই, আমাদের সমাজের মানুষগুলো তত নতুন নতুন প্রযুক্তিগুলোকে অ্যাডাপ্ট করতে শিখে। such as আমরা যদি বলি যে in this year the pandemic situation, the COVID-19 situation, ভিডিও ক্লাসেস, অনলাইন ক্লাসেস, জুম ক্লাসেস, যেটা কিনা এক বছর আগে অর্থাৎ এই প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশনের আগে মানুষ এত ব্যাপক আকারে জানতো না, চিনতো না। কিন্তু যে মানুষটা মোবাইল চালাতেই জানতো না, কিংবা যে মানুষটা ইন্টারনেট কিভাবে ইউজ করতে জানতো না, তার ফ্যামিলিতে তার বাচ্চাকে অনলাইন ক্লাস করাতে গিয়ে সে কিন্তু এখন প্রযুক্তির সাথে পরিচিত হচ্ছে, প্রযুক্তির উৎকর্ষতার সাথে পরিচিত হচ্ছে। So in this way or several ways in technology is tremendously changing our society. Also, we are being changed by the technological trends and technological advancement, and our society is advancing as well as changing day by day gradually. So, technology, after technology comes communication. Communication, without communication, advantages or without communicative facilities, no country can be or no society can be advanced or developed, because if we have all these factors running from one to natural factors to technology, but if our communication system is not developed, if our communication is slow and lagging behind, then we would not be updated with the changing world, with the changing technologies, with the new and newer updated